Bloomberg Audio Studios. Podcasts, radio, news.
This is the closing bell on the Stock Movers Report. The companies making moves at the close of U.S. trading with Carol Massar, Tim Stenovec, Romaine Bostick, and Katie Greifeld.
All right, so let's go to the number one gainer in the S&P 500 and the NASDAQ 100. We're talking about Applovin, up about 13%, let's be fair. 13% here in today's session, up the most in nearly a year. Citi saying clients are up week over week. They cited some store leads data that suggests the Applovin has nearly 6,400 e-commerce clients through February 6th, so that's up about 3% from the prior week. I'm thinking probably two at play here. Barron's was kind of highlighting this. A financial publisher and short seller retracted some of its most explosive claims regarding Applovin's alleged connections to transnational crime syndicates.
What?
Capitalwatch. I don't know.
What does this company even do? I mean, did they name themselves after a character from Superbad?
The company's platform matches advertisers with mobile app and game publishers. Does that answer the question?
Absolutely. It's a $160 billion company.
I know. Stock down more than 30% year to date. Reports earnings on Wednesday after the close. But anyway, so this Capitalwatch apparently came out and did retract some of these explosive claims. So I don't know. There's a lot going on.
They provide end-to-end software and AI solutions.
Software solutions.
All right. Well done, team. Well done. All right. Let's go to another name, Oracle. This was a top gainer, too, in the S&P 500. The stock in today's session, you can see higher as much as almost 12% at its highs today, up, though, with about a 9.6% gain at the close. Bernstein cut its price target. Melius downgraded the stock, but everybody focusing on D.A. Davidson, which upgraded the stock to buy from neutral, maintaining the price target from 180. Did it actually? I think it. No, did it maintain? I guess it did from 180. So what's interesting is the analyst note saying the fate of the stock is heavily tied to OpenAI and to a lesser extent TikTok, but those relationships could pay off according to D.A. Davidson. So that one was an outperformer. And then one, I don't know how much you guys were talking about this one, but Tegna rallying after President Donald Trump said a proposed acquisition of the firm by TV broadcaster Nexstar Media Group. I guess he was kind of expressing support for the deal in a post on Truth Social. And so the post said, no, actually, Argita Ranganathan of Bloomberg Intelligence came out and said, with President Trump and FCC Chair Brendan Carr backing Nexstar's Tegna deal, there's a greater likelihood of it closing this year. So Tegna. Say that 5 times fast. Up about 8.8% in today's session.
Okay, some of the gainers. I got some of the decliners. I want to start with Hims and Hers Health. The shares fell 16% today. They fell as much as 29% earlier in this session. Lowest level going all the way back to October of 2024. This is the worst day at the end of the day since June 23rd for the company. Novo Nordisk said it's suing the company for making knockoffs of its obesity medicines. This even after Hims scrapped plans to sell a copycat version of the Wegovy pill. Hims and Hers in a statement on X said, quote, Novo Nordisk's lawsuit is a blatant attack by a Danish company on millions of Americans who rely on compounded medications for access to personalized care. All right, let's move on to Kyndryl holding shares. This is the enterprise tech IBM spun off back in 2021. A large part of IBM's legacy infrastructure services unit, down 55% today. Fell earlier in the session. This was the worst day ever. It was halted on volatility. This after news that Kyndryl CFO David Weichner had left the position. General Counsel Edward Siebold departed the post effective immediately. Vineet Khurana stepped down as senior vice president and global controller of the company and moved in a different role. Third quarter results also missed expectations. The company lowered its full year forecast for adjusted EBITDA and adjusted pre-tax profit. Shares shedding more than half of their market value just today. And finally, Workday falling on the day today. It announced that Anil Bousri is returning as CEO, replacing Carl Eschenbach. This after the company shares have plummeted over the past year, down 5% today. Shares are down more than 45% from last year, more than 50% from those 2024 highs. This change effective immediately. Eschenbach is stepping down as a member of the board and staying on as a strategic advisor to Anil Bousri.
The Stock Movers Report from Bloomberg Radio. Check back with us throughout the day for the latest roundup of companies making news on Wall Street. And for the latest market-moving headlines, listen to Bloomberg Radio live. Catch us on YouTube, Bloomberg.com, and on Apple CarPlay and Android Auto with the Bloomberg Business app.